Y'all got to move that. Y'all got to move it.
Shout out to anybody from the islands. And you from the islands, make some noise. Shout say. What you gonna say? Sing it with me, y'all. What is she? Let's go. Oh! Take good care of me. It's Valentine's Day.
Action here, live from Memorial Hall Gymnasium. Joined alongside again Derek Slayton. My name is Byron Dixon. Rivalry week, rivalry game, whatever you want to call it, Derek. UMES, Delaware State University. Not much else needs to be said there. We'll go straight to the matchup at hand. Both of these teams come into this game looking for a win. They both need one. I would say Delaware State needs one more, coming off that last one against Cheney, which was a blowout. Derek, what are you looking forward to in this game in the first few minutes?
Well, the first few minutes, the Hornets have to take advantage of how involved this crowd is so far. It's been a great atmosphere. It's a sold-out crowd. The entire student body seems to be here on campus, is here on the game, and they have to take advantage of that and play off of that energy. They have to force some turnovers, try to get UMES out of their game. Sometimes the rivalry games, composure matters, and they can force some turnovers, and they can use those turnovers and turn that into easy offense. So that's going to be huge. And also, one thing, sometimes in these rivalry games, you can expend too much energy, and you can end up being worn out in the second half. That's something both teams have to be aware of. So Coach Walker is going to have to do a good job of making sure that he keeps his players fresh. Because as you saw with Coach Burgess in the first half, used all 10 players. Second half did not use all 10 players, and they withered down the stretch. So they're going to have to do a good job, the Hornets coaching staff, of bringing in fresh bodies, because in a rivalry game like this, so much energy is going to be used. These players are going to get exhausted.
Well, we'll see what happens. As you say, you don't want to overextend yourself the first few minutes of the game. You definitely want to see what happens here. Who executes the best, that's what it's going to come down to. But this Hornet team has had trouble scoring offensively. And as we transition to your keys to the game, what are some of your keys to the game with this Hornet team as they try to get a win here at home in front of their home crowd?
Yeah, and I made the keys to the game knowing because they struggle so much on the offensive end. So they're going to have to turn their good defense into offense. So they're going to have to force turnovers, which they're good at. DeAndre Haywood's top 5 in the MEAC in forcing steals. Devin Morgan's no slouch at that either. And when they get the steals, they have to push it in transition to create some easy offense. But in a half-court situation where they aren't forcing steals and they're playing half-court, they have to move the ball. It cannot just be Devin Morgan or DeAndre Haywood's show. The ball has to move. The players have to move. They have to find the gaps in between zones, and they have to take advantage of those offensive opportunities when they get them. If they find an opening in the zone, they have to take advantage of it and make the shots, of course, if they want to win this game. So those are 3 keys. If they can do all those 3 keys, they kind of mesh all together to each other for a successful offense. And if they can't do it, if they can't force turnovers and they can't create easy offense, they're really going to struggle because they're not a great half-court team.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, as far as keys to the game, those are easy, simple as if you do those things, you have a good chance to win. Offensively, we talked about it. They play pretty good defense. Impact players, Derek, starting with UMES and then transitioning to DSU. Who are you looking for as far as impact players?
Well, it's the matchup of the 2 Devins. Devin Martin for UMES, third in the active score, has 17 points per game. He also averages about 4 assists. He's a terrific player. He's a dynamic scorer. Had 37 points last month against University of Pennsylvania. So he's a person who can fill it up. And of course for the Hornets is Devin Morgan. He's a do-it-all guard. He's only 5'10", but he leads the team in points, rebounding, assist, and made threes, which is huge to having a 5'10" guy that can rebound the ball as well as he can. It leads to a lot of transition opportunities. So both of those Devins will be huge. They both are guards, so they'll definitely be matched up against each other at times during the game.
Well, let's see what happens, Dirk. I mean, Coach Walker, as you said, still pretty young being a head coach. Let's see what he does with his team that's pretty young as well, as we talked about in the women's game earlier with Coach Burgess. Let's see how this game unfolds. We said two teams that know each other well, a lot of off-the-court stuff, social media-wise, and driven by the crowd and who's here today. Game sold out. But it all comes down to who executes between the lines. And we'll see who makes more shots and who can defend better. And that'll be the team that comes out on top. So stay tuned. We'll get the national anthem, and then we'll get your starters, and we'll be ready for tip-off right here on DSU-TV.
And remain standing for the playing of our national anthem by DSU's approaching storm, marching band.
For this evening from the UMES before they cut the lights out. Shane Randall, Takari Copeland, Dominique Elliott, Thomas Rivera, and Devin Martin. For the Hornets, a little bit of changes. Jason Owens, our team.
Tavaka Leon.
Pretty great game last game. We'll talk about that as the game progresses. Demolo Anafade, who's been playing well as late. Devin Morgan, your impact player today. And Daniel Razor, the sharpshooter. Talking a little about our team real quick. What did he do so well last game? And what have you heard rumblings around campus of how good this guy is?
Our team, he's very athletic, but also he has a nice mid-range jump shot. And he's able to get that shot off without much contest because of how tall he is at 6'7", and also because of his wingspan. He has a good feel for the game, and he's really good at finding open spots in the zone. So that's what makes him really good. He doesn't have the creativity breakdown players man-to-man yet, but he is a very good player that continues to develop.
It's time. DSU.
Derek, as we go ready to tip off here as they introduce the starting lineup. As you said, the game is probably going to be a lot of energy expelled early on, but the key is who can sustain it and execute the best. What do you do here first 5 minutes with your coach off and talking to your team, predominantly of young players?
Want to get the ball moving very quickly. We want to get the ball moving inside out. Like they did against Cheney a couple weeks ago. They ran a lot of high-low sets. They dominated on the inside. And then when the defense started crashing in, they kicked it out to the shooter. A successful game plan like that led to a big-time win the last time we were here. So hopefully they'll go back to that. Go back to passing the ball to the inside. Go back to the cutting and the moving around and finding open looks, because that's the best key to their success for a victory.
We'll see what happens. I mean, this UMES team, they're probably a part of a crowded MEAC crop right now, teams that could win a tournament. I mean, their team's pretty good too. UMES team's pretty good. They're part of a crop of team that could win the tournament.
Yeah, and they struggled early, but they really caught fire. They won 4 out of their last 5 games before dropping to Norfolk State. But they're a terrific team, and they have the 3rd best score in a MEAC with Devin Martin.
Well, on the Friday with the tip, as he usually does against Elliott, and they'll do it again. No quarters in this game of the men's college game, but halves. So that stays the same. Shot clock just down to 30. And the Hornets win the tip, much to the delight of the crowd, as they're on their feet waiting for the first basket. Traffic Lynn, great game last game, as you see J.O. with the ability to stretch the floor. On the Friday, up. Hook shot, up and in. And just like that, Hornets with the bucket, and the crowd goes wild.
Difficult shot, but so on the Friday is able to get it to go in.
With his defensive ability and able ability to rebound, if anything he gives you offensively is a plus.
Exactly, he's definitely there to defend and rebound, like you said. One day he'll actually have that hook shot added to his game.
On the Friday inside, alters the shot by Elliott, knocked away. Hornets ball, and early on, if the defensive intensity, we know is going to be there.
Yeah, this is one of the better teams defensively in the MEAC, and they really had to lean on that heavily as they're trying to figure the offensive side of the ball out.
As Rivera will pressure Morgan. And for a young team, that's probably something you don't expect to be great defensively. Morgan drives inside, has room, fires, no good, gets a rebound back, floats it up, no good. Couldn't ask for 2 easier shots from Morgan.
He has to make those shots. He's been a very good player, but he's been inefficient at times. And the Hawks, who struggled at shooting the 3-ball, really caught fire during their winning streak, shooting just under 40% as a team from 3-point land. So the Hornets have to get out on these shooters.
Jason Owens, he can make that shot. No good there. Hawks lead 3-2. Three-pointer shot is up. 3-point shot, no good. Bakari Copeland on the miss. And the Hornets with the rebound. Morgan brings it out. Derek, what does Owens and a lineup mean for the Hornets team?
Offensively, he's a little bit limited, but he's really there for the defensive side because of how much size UMES has. They have to have 2 bigs out there. And he's a very tough rebounder. He's athletic for his size.
And Morgan goes all the way with the finish. Great aggressive early on by the impact player, Devin Morgan.
And he has to be aggressive. He's been in a little bit of a slump. When he's scoring well, this Hornets team becomes a legitimate offensive team to be worried about.
10 on the clock for the Hawks. Great defense there by the Hornets. But the shot's still good by Shane Randall. And back and forth early on, Derek. Morgan and Rivera will be a fun matchup to watch. 2 quick point guards guarding one another. Frazier swings it over to Onafide. Onafide with 12 on the clock. Owens, step back, up. Good, Jason Owens. He can make that, Dirk.
He definitely can make that shot, and he has to make that shot if he wants to stay on the court because they have to have some type of balance and some type of spacing. So if they're going to sag off on him, he has to make them pay.
Great point there, Derek. J.O. helping this offense early on. Ball knocked away, turnover. Hornets ball, we talked about that.
Got to force turnovers against his team. This team does cough up the ball a lot. They're -4 in their turnover margin, which is pretty much dead last in the MEAC.
His ball fingers turn to butterfingers.
On the Friday, top of the key. Swings it into Morgan. Morgan up, no good.
Almost had the end
point
one.
play.
And the chants are already breaking out for Ryan Andino. He's a rapper chance. He's the one who dropped the rap diss against DSU. So you're going to hear that a lot.
Morgan, the freshman. First free throw's no good.
I like Morgan being aggressive early, looking for a shot, and not just a three-pointer shot. He's looking for the mid-range shot and taking it into the lane as well.
That's when he's at his best, attacking 15 feet on in. As he misses both free throws, uncharacteristic there. On the Friday, look to be pushed, no call. On the Friday, tried to block it, but the floater's good. Devin Martin, great touch there.
And he's a guy who's just going to get his. He has the full arsenal of offensive moves. The floater there, he can shoot the three, he can attack the basket. Good size at 6'4".
Turnover there, almost couldn't handle it. Rivera swings it over there, Andino. Three-pointer is up, three-pointer is no good. Shot off by Devin Martin. Morgan back the other way. Razor tried three of his own, no good. Hornets, Hawks going back and forth. This will be a close game as well, as we saw with the women's game early on.
Good move there.
And as you said, Derek, great move and one opportunity. Talk about that one.
Good job by Copeland, using the dribble drive, attacking right at the basket, drawing with a foul when they end one. Copeland, he's in the last 11 games, he's had 10 points or more.
Well, Derek, we're about 5 minutes in. As you said, the pace will go back and forth. 9-6 to score. Hawks up by 3. They'll be heading to the line, but you have to like to see early on from aggressiveness for the Hornets offense.
Yeah, I like how aggressive they've been on the offensive side, but defensively they have to do a better job getting to the stops. They haven't gotten many stops on the defensive end so far.
We're going to get a look here at replay here.
And this, I don't know how that went in. It looked a little weird over the head type of hook shot. They're able to get it to go. And here's good ball movement from Martin to Rivera for three. And just so far they've been able to get inside. And this is the shot always has to hit. He has to make that all game long. He can make it all game long. He has the confidence taking that shot. But Martin, the way he's able to get into the paint, finish with the floater, he's very good at that. And then Copeland, the and one, and he'll be shooting a free throw after the timeout.
Well, Copeland will head to the line for one shot to complete the three-point play. Free throw is good from Copeland. And now you see UMES coming out a little bit of a trap. And they'll go back to man-to-man defense. Morgan drives in. Met by two Hawks. Martin, Tavakalaya, no good. Crowd wanted that to go in.
Tavakalaya, of course, had a career high a couple weeks ago. 18 points against Trinity. And that's the rapper. Ryan Andino, MEAC Rookie of the Year. Knocking the three down.
And much to the appreciation of the UMES people in the building. Right on cue with the three-point signal. Razor, they need this three. In and out. He's upset with himself there.
The Hornets defense, they have to start forcing stops eventually.
Razor and Owens fight for the same rebound, same team, guys.
Razor thought about it.
Great
Beautiful
pass.
So far, the Hornets offense, they're looking terrible right now.
What changes do you think they need to make there?
Probably have to get Haywood in, normal starter at guard. I don't know if he is playing today. We've seen him as a full participant in warm-ups. Also, Kevon Wallace, another offensive player.
Floater is no good by Rivera. And the Hornets will get another opportunity with 13-15 remaining in the first half. Down by 7, and Derek, you're going to get your wish. Haywood's checking in next to the ball. Owens, he made it from there earlier. Misses it. Onafati tried to follow it, but it's a foul called on Copeland.
Good activity by Onafade early on. He's all over the boards, not getting all of them, but right there is able to force a foul. And there's Haywood and Waller.
You'll get Waller too.
Coming right into the game. Two better offensive players to put in and spread the court out a little bit.
Great job by Coach Walker realizing that, getting them in quickly. Guys who can score and defend, two-way players. Morgan calling out the offensive plays, trying to get Haywood the ball. He gets it to him. Almost knocked away. Haywood behind the back. Waller with the jab step. Razor pulls the trigger. No good again. They got to get back on defense.
The rim's just been unkind so far for the Hornets. A lot of in and outs.
A lot of weaving action here from the UMES Hawks offense early on. Elliott rises, fires, good. This Hawks offense is flowed efficiently. Complete opposite of the Hornet offense.
Yeah, and the Hawks, they have a lot of great scores still remaining from last season.
$12 minutes remaining in the first half. Let's see where the Hornets go offensively here. Razors missed his last 3 shots. Haywood drives, gets inside, flicks his hands. Good job there, drawing the foul. He head to the line. He's a pretty good free throw shooter there.
And not many people better in the MEAC at getting to the line than DeAndre Haywood. When he puts his mind to get to the rim, he's going to get to the rim. And he's strong enough where he can draw some contact and take it and absorb it and go to the line.
Well, Dirk, 15-6 to score. Hornets, they got to get it going offensively, safe to say. Nothing special there. I mean, that's been a problem all year they've run into. What do you think's the problem here early on?
Early on, they stopped attacking the basketball after the first timeout. The first timeout, well, prior to the first timeout, we saw Devin Morgan being very aggressive going into the paint. And then those last 4 or 5 minutes, we really just saw all three-pointers. The team cannot shoot three-pointers like that. They're not a great three-point shooting team. They have some shooters. They have some talent. But in terms of percentage-wise, they're near the bottom in three-point percentage. They have to play going to the basket, attacking to the basket.
Well, Derek, times like this, his team is very young, as you said. Does Coach Walker go maybe to some veterans that he has on the bench to try to get something going offensively?
And I think that's exactly what he's going to do, what you saw him do already with Haywood and Waller, getting somebody who's been in these situations before.
Go Derek, we'll see. They're coming out of timeout. Let's see what Coach Walker does for his team. So right on cue, Dickerson will get into the game. A guy that can shoot threes and defend, brings length in that zone. Let's see what happens. And Marjon Gasovic as well, who hasn't played as much lately. But the size as of UMES is going to constitute him playing.
And if you look, 4 out of 5 players are players that played last year. They're not the freshmen anymore. They brought in the veterans like you were saying. 4 out of 5 players were key contributors off the bench. And, of course, Morgan being a freshman.
Haywood's first free throw is good. Gets the roll.
Haywood, who quickly turned into the veteran of the squad, was really viewed that as kind of like a young prodigy the last couple of years behind Kendall Williams.
And the three-pointer again. And Dino reigning me at Rookie of the Year, Dirk.
Yeah, and he's public enemy number 1, 2, and 3, but he's making all the crowd feel miserable with those 2 3-pointers he has so far.
Dickerson in the game with Gasovic. Haywood, three-pointer of his own. Three-pointer is good. DeAndre Haywood right back at you. They ever needed that one, didn't they, Dirk? Hornets trail 18-11, 11 minutes remaining, first half. And Dino entry pass to Elliott. Elliott, big boy move down low, gets the easy deuce.
Great ball movement and a great job by Elliott getting such low post position where that shot was pretty much unblockable.
Waller inside to Gasovic. Marjon out to Haywood.
Waller does that a lot. He travels a lot. He smooths both pivot foots for some reason. That's his one issue.
Hornets need to stop, down 20-11. Ball knocked away. It'll go back to the Hornets. Dirk, offensively, this team finds their drops where they can't score, as you're seeing now. Looks like they're trying to bring in more players. What do you think can work for them?
I mean, I think they need to stay with this lineup because it has the veterans who know how to get the ball into the bucket. They just have to make some stops and force some turnovers so they can be in transition more often. But there's Waller.
And they needed that one, much to the appreciation of the Hornet crowd. Three-pointer up and in, Kevon Waller. His ability to score is going to be key. Hornets down by 6.
I love that the Hornets are going to a little bit more of a press. Let the Hornets be more aggressive. Let them be more of an attacking defense.
Elliott met by 2 Hornets.
Beautiful play.
Wide open. Dirk O'Peck. As you said, Dirk, great passing. And a turnover again by the Hornets. This team isn't getting it going right now, Dirk.
The Hornets offense, they still don't seem to have much of a rhythm going to it. They've hit a couple threes to keep them afloat, but not a lot of rhythm established so far.
Nine minutes remaining. Hornets looking for something. They need to get some stops. Without boxing out, they give up another opportunity. Derek O'Peck, second straight possession with him finishing with 2 points.
Good activity by Derek O'Peck, who just came into the game a few moments ago, getting 2 easy baskets with that activity.
Lewis checked into the game. Morgan 3. Lewis just checked in. Rebound. Great job there, Lewis. Haywood drives up and in. Tried to get the foul. No foul call, but he'll take the 2 points. Hornets down 24-16.
But there's not a lot of point guards that knock down forwards and centers when they drive to the rim like that and still were able to get a shot off.
So we got a foul call.
Going to call Haywood for off-ball foul. He was trying to deny the ball and kind of got a little bit too aggressive grabbing on the jersey.
Rivera will check back in for the Hawks. Martin will inbound. Gets it right over to Rivera, who just checked in. That's going to be a foul call first.
I don't like what Lewis did there. He needs to just go straight up. He kind of reached in and just enough contact to draw the foul. He has to just go straight up in there, and the foul won't be called.
Copeland makes the first free throw. And the UMES bigs are really doing everything early on.
Exactly. It hasn't been a size mismatch. Everybody matches up physically. It's just the Hawks are doing such a great job with ball movement and getting low post position that when they catch the ball down low, all they have to do is turn and lay the ball up.
Now UMES in a pressure situation defensively. Haywood gets it to Dickerson. Shot no good. Copeland met by Lewis. Using his size and ability.
He hooked him.
Offensive foul. Well, Derek, we're about halfway through the first half here. A little less than halfway through the first half. What has stood out to you offensively? I mean, the Hornets can't really get it going down by 10, but while they're waiting for that, they got to defend.
Yeah, defensively is really the biggest issue because we know that the Hornets have a hard time scoring the ball in half-court offense. So they have to make some stops to get in transition. They have not made many stops. They haven't forced any turnovers, so they're unable to create easy offensive opportunities. So they have to do a better job defensively. That's where it all starts for them. We'd like to see them bring some more pressure. The Hornets they definitely have the energy. You can tell they want to beat pressure these point guards, but it's up to the coach to allow them to press and see if they can force some turnovers and get this game to open up a little bit more for them.
2 into the court. Let's see what happens here. We're going to look at some plays as the Hawks have been getting it going. Some three-pointers, some inside shots, some follow-ups. They've done it all.
And Gino the Rapper with a couple threes, and then they went down low. Great post position there for Elliott. The Hornets, they're trying to do some things as well. And mostly it's been Haywood, who's just been fantastic. He's going to find Waller, who will find a bucket. They actually got called for a walk on that bucket, though, but that's the three he made up for.
Question is, besides Haywood, who's going to help offensively for the Hornets?
I mean, it has to start with Haywood. He has to break this team down and create offense for the other shooters like Waller and Dickerson and Morgan.
Dickerson stays in the game along with Lewis, Waller, and Haywood for the Hornets. The 15 on the clock, Haywood will make his move. Hesitation dribble. Jump shot no good. Waller volleyballs it out. Haywood swings it over to Lewis. Lewis drives. Morgan, three. He'll take it. He'll make it. Great job there by the offense, especially by Waller. Give him credit for keeping that possession alive.
Great job by Waller keeping it alive. Great job by Haywood being aggressive. His penetration led to the breakdown on the defensive side. He's able to find Lewis, and then he then finds Morgan. And there's a trap and a pressure they need to bring.
7 minutes remaining, first half. Taylor sets the screen for Rivera.
Great
Just like
look.
that, another easy bucket.
Morgan can't get caught reaching like that. He reached and got beat. And a point guard is able to make a nice pass there.
Hornets trail 28-19. Morgan over to Dickinson. UMES a little bit of his own now, switching defenses. Haywood drives, throws it up, and there's going to be an offensive foul called.
Haywood has to be careful. That's his second foul. And Hughes is coming in for Haywood, who picked up his second foul after that charge.
Let's see if Tall Hughes can get anything going for the Hornets offensively. They find themselves down 9 with 6:21 remaining in the first half.
The Hornets cannot afford for this lead to go into double digits. Want to keep it a single-digit game going into halftime.
And a travel will be called on Elliott, who was a little out of control there.
Good job. But Waller was slow to get up. He will get to his feet. Got a little limp to him, though.
Dickinson will get it over to Morgan for this possession. And we'll get Mallory in as well for Waller.
Checking in for the Hornets, number 44. Tilla Mallory. And for Devon Waller.
Zone here by UMES, forcing the Hornets to shoot threes. Hughes drives inside. Mallory hustling, tries to save it. Goes out to UMES, taken in by Randall. Gets it over to Rivera. Martin, three-pointer, no good. Morgan gets it over to Dickinson, too strong. Morgan goes inside, floats it up, and it's good. Devin Morgan, 21-28, slowly chipping away at that lead.
And Morgan had a couple buckets early on and then was pretty quiet. He needs to be aggressive. He needs to be the scorer that he normally is.
Rivera, three, good. Lewis, he's going to take it. He's going to make it. Good shot there by Lewis.
And just keeping it a 7-point game, score is 30-23.
Split there by Caldwell, but he's going to be called for a travel. Great idea, wrong execution.
Yeah, he was feeling himself a little bit, but just got a little too carried away. And Coach Bobby Collins definitely is going to have a talk with him about that.
So Thomas will come in for the Hornets as well. So Coach Walker, much like Coach Burgess, going to his bench early in this game, looking for something. 4:20 remaining. Thomas takes the Dickinson screen. Now the Hawks a little bit back in the zone. Dickinson fakes it. Thought he was going to take it. 1 second. Lewis has a fire. It's going to go out to Caldwell. Not a good possession there.
Yeah, not the best possession that I've seen before. Martin, beautiful move, just can't finish.
Wow, we'll get a timeout here, but Derek with 3:57 remaining. Only down 7. Hornets are fortunate they're not down more. Only down 7. Hornets are fortunate they're not down more.
Yeah, they're really just keeping themselves barely afloat here in the first half. And Haywood getting that second foul hurt them because he was the one that sparked a little bit of a run. But it has to be up to Morgan to get these guys into good offensive sets, which he's done later on. And right there, great touch pass from Elliott to Jericho Peck on that play. And it's been just great ball movement by the Hawks. And Pecco with another easy lay-in. Haywood's really been doing it by himself, being very aggressive, It's been the Haywood and the Morgan show.
And UMES, talk a little bit about their offensive efficiency, playing inside and letting that create opportunities for the outside, as you see here.
Yeah, I mean, these are veteran guards for the Hawks. You got a junior in Rivera, a senior in Martin. Everybody's either a junior or a senior in the whole starting lineup. They really know how to play well together. Their talents really blend well for each other, and they're able to make good plays happen.
Well, out of this timeout, let's see if the Hornets can close this half strong and get more efficiency on the offensive side of the ball. Hawks the inbound under the basket. As Razor checks back in. Wide open in the corner, three-pointers way off.
Martin, who's been a little bit silent, he's taking the shots, just hasn't gotten him to go. Luckily for the Hornets, if he gets it going though, the Hawks may be able to put the Hornets away. It's Rivera.
What a move there. A highlight reel material to oohs and eyes of the crowd. Finishes with 2. Thomas over to Hughes. Hughes 3. No good. And a lot of those shots by the Hornets that just seem a little bit off today. No kind bounces, as you said.
All of them just rimming in and out, and huge shots too. That would have just cut it to 6. Would have been a big time shot for them.
Hornets down 9. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Rivera wide open. Great pass inside, but we'll get a travel first. So a turnover there. It'll get the Hornets a possession on offense.
And the Hawks are shooting themselves in the foot a little bit in the last few minutes with these turnovers. Letting the Hornets stay around.
Lewis kicks it. Mallory has it inside. Razor 3. He needs this. No good. Tipped up and in. Tadu. Caldwell behind the back. 3-pointer up. 3-point no good. Shot off there by Devin Martin. And it'll stay here with the Hawks. Oh, it'll be Hornet ball. Excuse me. Well, with 2 minutes left, Derek. Hornets have to finish this half strong. Let's see what they could do. Great possession last time.
If they could go into halftime only down 5 or 3 points, you would consider it a victory because they've been completely outplayed by the Hawks.
Lewis drives in. Razor goes into the heart of the defense, has it knocked away. Rivera met by Thomas. Caldwell behind him. Lay-in is good. Dante Caldwell from Rivera. Rivera's dropping dimes like he works at a bank.
Good move by Thomas.
Hughes tried it. No good. Mallory gets it. Mallory goes up and in. And it's important for his confidence to get going. And Thomas playing great defense on Rivera in the end. Elliott fadeaway, no good. Hughes rebounds it out.
Big time possession. They can cut it to 5.
Thomas may be the type of guard to give Rivera fits because he can guard him in the end.
Yeah, and he's very competitive nature, doesn't want to be outplayed, but Rivera is just having such a first half so far. That's an alley-oop.
Right on cue, as you said, Dirk. Rico Peck. Alley-oop. Highlight reel play. Just like that for the Hawks. That's a momentum shifter if you call one. Hornets only down 9. Fortunate to still be in this game with 10 on the clock. 35 seconds remaining in half. Hughes drives past Caldwell. Throws it knocked away. It'll stay with the Hornets with 7 on the shot clock. Razor gets to the Hughes. Mallory inside, knocked away. Elliott probably altered that, and they'll get a timeout with 29 seconds. They can hold for the last shot, Dirk. Well, Dirk, 30 seconds left in the half. Hornets, like I said, fortunate to be down 9. I mean, if you ever want to be down 9 because you couldn't score, it's now. Let's see what happens, Dirk. What do you think they're going to do here the last 29 seconds? They got to stop.
Well, we've seen a lot of motion offense by UMES. They're going to move the ball around the perimeter, and they're going to look for Elliott in the post. That's normally what's been going on. Of course, you always have Martin, who's always just a great three-point shooter. If he gets a look, he's going to take it. But they're looking for Elliott in the post because they've had a lot of success going to him. As you see an alley-oop from Rivera to Derek Kopech. But the Hornets, they have to dig in here and make a stop.
Rivera's been getting done all day, Derek. Both scoring and passing.
It's amazing what happens to college guards once they hit that junior year, how much better they become.
Caldwell had a great finish last time now. Clock's down to 10. Rivera with 5. Gets it over to Caldwell. And he stepped out of bounds. So 5 seconds. That's plenty of time to get a decent shot for the Hornets. As Derek Kopech will check in.
Good job by Coach Walker getting Morgan back in that game, knowing they have a chance to get a good shot off.
Morgan has the speed and quickness to get in the end quickly. And there were 6 Hornets on the court. Their timeout to draw something up. Let's see what happens here with 5 seconds left.
I think they should have called a timeout. They should have went with that 6-on-5. Somebody would have been open. They should have tried it. Might have worked.
Might have worked, and I don't even think the refs saw it. They caught on at first.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody saw that. It was a fan who actually called it out before we even noticed.
Well, Derek, the Hornets can probably, if they make a shot here, go into the halftime, possibly only down single digits.
Yeah, they have an opportunity, and they don't deserve to only be down by 9 points, but the Hawks in the last few minutes shot themselves in the foot with all the turnovers.
Lewis will roll the ball to Morgan with 3. Morgan to Razor. He's going to pull it. Good if it goes. No good. And that's halftime, folks. Well, Dirk, Hornets down only 9. Still down single digits, like I said, but go in the locker room. They got to make some adjustments. Well, going into halftime, Dirk, what does Coach Walker have to talk to his team about and get them to realize they want to win this game?
Well, they got to make some defensive adjustments because we know they have scoring efficiency problems. But they have to be able to force some more missed shots and use those missed shots to turn it into easy transition points. They were unable to do that in the first half. They have to find a way to stop the 3 ball, but more importantly, they have to stop Elliott, who's been dominating jumping the post. And if they can do that, they can get out and run a little bit more and get some easy looks.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, Derek, this team offensively hasn't really been able to get anything going, but defensively, that's where they're going to have to hold their heads at. And UMES has been able to do whatever they want on the offensive end early on. What do you think they have to do to stop that?
All right, they have to find a way to really stop Elliott and Peck from getting low post position. They're getting the ball pretty much at the goal. All they have to do is catch it, turn around, and lay the ball in. They can't do that if they want to get a victory. They have to do a better job of pushing the players out of their post position. They have to be more aggressive. They have to show more fight on the defensive end. I think you saw the fight from Khalil Thomas. He kind of sparked the team a little bit. He was very aggressive when he was pressuring Rivera. if he can do that, if they can spark this team a little bit, they can come back and get a victory.
Well, we'll see what happens in the second half here. Coach Walker has to make some adjustments. Stay tuned. We'll be back with second half action. Stay tuned to WDSU-TV's coverage of Hornet basketball. We'll be right back here on WDSU-TV.
Bring it on. All right, that's enough right there. That's fine. I told you y'all was in for a treat. Y'all ain't want to listen. Let's go, Gifted.
Yeah, this is the wickedest introduction in the world. A man, man, lick a bishop promoter than one Thomas and Bishop. This is the new thing I shot. To you, them me a mash up in a that. Me and a bubble and a still one spot. Pass watch me style. I shot. Me a rock and it a rock, rock, rock. Can I beat it like when banana, when banana. Why you know me body and I do that way?
Why you not?
You, Mr. Kingston.
We even got the Hornet Blue guy out there dancing. Watch out, you!
No. No. She wasn't ready.
Yeah, what that nigga like? We still got some more later on. We got to get to these promotional stuff. Shout out to the Grotto's Pizza. Hit it, Vanity. One of y'all, come on. All right. It's a pizza challenge. Come on. Mr. UMES, let's go. It's real easy. Come on. Don't be scared. Hey, Mr. Senior, where you at? Alex, where you at? All right, the pizza challenge. Y'all both look nice. Now, I'm going to make y'all bend over and pause in your good clothes. What you got to do is, you just got to find the box that got this box as a winner, then pile them on top of each other. You can do that for me? This is shot. Alex, you good? We ain't got a lot of time. And go. Go, you got it. Since you already know, oh, he already found the box. Then you get all the other boxes. You got to pile them on top of each other. Put them under the basket. Now listen up.
I was wondering if after all these years you like to be to go over.
Hey, Crystal, where you at? Crystal, come on out here.
They say the time's supposed to heal you. I ain't got much you.
I guess you and me, that's one.
Can you hear me?
Oh, look. Took an L. And UMES. DSU. All right, next up. Get your blue tickets out. The chance to do for $10,000. Hello from the other side. All right. The winning number is, okay, 694-2606. The winning number, 694-2606. The chance to shoot for $10,000. Get your blue tickets out. One more time, 694-2606. Going once. Going twice. It's a wrap. All right. Hey, Kippy, you ready, baby? I'm ready. Guess what we got? We got UMES versus DSU. The Baltimore two-step versus the Delaware two-step. I got 5 people from DSU. I got UMES. Where y'all at? Where UMES folks at? Hustle up. Hustle up. We got 1 minute. We got, come on, let's hurry up.
Right at the half court, right at half court, right at half court.
We got, hustle up.
Everybody please back up off the court. Thank
Yo,
you.
sit down, back up, hold on. Back up. It's 2 minutes. Y'all got, sit down. Y'all gotta go, y'all gotta go, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go.
If you have not been picked,
Y'all gotta
you
go.
have to remove yourself from the court. Thank you.
All right, this is it. This is it. All right, let's go. We got a minute left. Cam, let's go.
I'm out Delaware, my niggas. I'm out Delaware, my niggas.
I'm out Delaware. I'm out Delaware. Oh, y'all do it.
I'm out Delaware, my niggas. I'm out Delaware, my niggas. I'm out Delaware, my niggas.
All right, let's go.
I'm out Delaware, my niggas.
UMES.
I'm out Delaware.
Y'all ready?
I'm out Delaware.
That's okay. All right, back up. Cut Cam. Back us up. All right, Baltimore two-step. It's your turn. What y'all got?
Jump from Baltimore, you should be was I never see it. Bought you on, I got some family on the Alameda. I love my city, yes, it want me, and I bet they know me. My name good in any hood I hung around to her. I got a little apple, she let them kicks. When I read about him,
Somebody show them how to do this.
All right, DSU, what's your turn to the Baltimore two-step? Hey. It's over.
Oh, so juicy.
It's over.
So fruity. It's just beauty.
We got to go to the court. We got to go to the court. We got to go to the court.
All you want is that booty.
What that way?
That booty.
Cut it, Cam.
That booty.
Cam.
That booty.
Hey, cut it.
That booty.
Oh, cut it. Go off the court. I know. This is what we're going to do. Y'all just got to exit off the court. Come on. Go to your corners. UMES, go to this. These are get off the court. We're going to really rock for the last. Decide who's going to be the winner, but y'all got to do it off the court. Y'all really rock? Hey, y'all got to get off the court. SGA, get them off the court. Off the court, y'all. Man, they got to wait. All right.
Let's get it.
You gotta get off the court though. Go that way. In the corner. In the corner. Get off the court, y'all. We gotta get off the court. We gotta get off the court. We gotta get off the court.
Let's get it. Too many. Niggas know what it is, man. We ride around in these streets. Strapped up. We hop out on any block.
It's the Millie Rock. They got UMES Millie rocking over here.
Give us some space. Give us some space. We can't see it.
I Millie rock on any block. 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 I
You know
Millie
what?
rock on any block.
Come on. Come with me. Come with me. Come with me. Pause. Come with me. Right here. You're lucky to approach the store. We're gonna save that. Hold on. Come here, one. Come here. Mr. Senior, he won a free cheese pizza and decided to come give it to you guys. Show him some love. Clap it up for him one time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Ready for second half action here at Memorial Hall Gymnasium. UMES Hawks lead your Delaware State University Hornets 36-27. Derek, I'm going to go straight to you looking at some of the stats from the first half. What stood out to you besides the obvious ones?
What stood out to me is just how easy the Hawks have had it on the offensive end when they're not turning the ball over, which they did commit 6 of them, but they're shooting over 50% from the field. And normally DSU is stingier on the defensive end than that, but for some reason they just cannot stop what the Hawks are doing on the offensive side. They have to do a better job, but they're allowing them to hit the 3, they're allowing them to penetrate and score. When they're not scoring, they're getting offensive rebounds. They have 3 of those. So the Hornets, they have to do a better job defensively, because offensively we already know they struggle on offense, and the first half was no different. They shot 35% from the floor, 25% from 3, and they only made 50% of their free throws. So defensively, they have to use that to be their anchor and lead them to a comeback. So it has to start on the defensive end. And if it doesn't, this game could get ugly.
Well, we'll see what the Hornets can do here, what adjustments Coach Walker has made. I want to give a special shout out. Juan Jones, he's watching live, our director Juan Jones, doing some internship at NBC, so congratulations to him. Thank him for tuning in, but definitely looking forward to this game to see what happens in the second half, with 9-point deficit. We'll see what happens. I mean, speaking of your impact players, what have you seen from both of them so far?
So far, I think Morgan, he's done a good job. He's done a good job scoring at least. He has 7 points, but I think offensively, as the leader and being a point guard, he has to get the other players involved with easier looks. We haven't seen that part of his game out of him. We haven't seen him create for others. And Devin Martin, he struggled. The Hornets are very lucky because he normally averages about 17 points per game. He only had 2 points. He was 1 for 8, had some good looks. They just did not fall. And they're lucky that they didn't fall because they're shots that he normally makes. And if he makes those shots, it could be a 15-point, 16-point deficit instead of 9.
36-27 is the score. 30 seconds about till tip-off. I mean, first 5 minutes, we'll go with that again, Dirk, in the second half. What are you looking forward to? The Hornets down 9. Don't have to panic yet. Let's see what happens. What are you looking forward to?
We'd like to see some inside out. Haven't really seen them give the ball to their post players. Our post players aren't the best in terms of scoring and everything, but they're definitely capable passers, and they can finish if they have one-on-one and if they have good post position. So we'd like to see them get players involved down low, Gasovic, Lewis, whoever, so just to get some layups, get some shots closer to the basket.
UMES will get the ball to start the second half. As the offensively, they really couldn't be stopped there.
Second half commencing, let's go.
They really couldn't be stopped in the first half there.
Yeah, they were very good, and the ball movement was great. Rivera was terrific. He was a magician out there with a ball on a string, and he just made the right play seemingly every possession.
Hey, Dante.
So the Hawks start the second half with possession. Up 9. Pretty much having the way offensively against the Hornets. Ball knocked away. Haywood knocks it away. He's going to try to take it to self, brings it out.
Good job by Rivera cutting Haywood off from the layup.
Tavaka line looking to get it going. Inside to Lewis. Morgan, three-pointer, good. Just what the doctor ordered out of the locker room. Hornets cut the lead to 6. Morgan on a 3.
Beautiful play, beautiful possession on offense and defense. First forcing the steal and then getting an open look. They went inside and out. Hit the ball to Lewis, who finds Morgan wide open when the defense crashes.
Hornets in the zone. And that ball's just taken away as you see Waller and Lewis starting the second half, as opposed to Onan Fide and Jason Owens.
And the Hornets went to a 2-1-2, kind of an unconventional half-court zone that you normally see as a trapping defense.
Haywood misses, but Waller's right there with the tip in. Hornets cut the lead to 2.
And that's what
Excuse me,
happens.
32-36, 4.
That's what happens when you attack the basket. You might not make the shot, but somebody else is going to get a rebounding opportunity.
Martin's shot no good, and a foul's called, and it'll stay with the Hornets. So early on, you got to love what you're seeing from Del State.
3 defensive possessions. They forced 2 turnovers and a missed shot.
Haywood running point guard duties right now. Morgan off the ball. Lewis gets it over to Morgan. Waller with the screen with 18 minutes remaining in the second half. Morgan, step back. No good. Waller, another offensive rebound amongst the trees. Haywood, tackling in. Lewis in the corner. He's fouled.
Didn't see who the foul was on, but Waller so far, a lot of activity on the boards. That's the second offensive rebound of the game, or of the half.
And the ball movement of the Hornets, given the Hawks problems early on. Hornets with a fresh shot clock. Lewis makes him fall, puts it in, and to the crowd's Lattimore skates, Dirk.
That gets the crowd into it.
And UMES needs a timeout, only up by 2. Highlight play right there.
I don't know how he fell. It was a natural move, but he went tumbling.
You give credit to the guy with the ball when somebody falls. And Lewis, you get credit there.
Exactly, Lewis. He made sure he took that shot when he fell. He hurried up and made his shot.
We'll get another look at it here. Dirk, give me your opinion. Does his legs look like it's about to fall off?
And so far it's been good for the Hornets. The crowd is into it. All Hornets so far in this possession.
Well, only down 2, Dirk. Looks like the Hornets have found their swag a little bit and are able to get it going.
Yeah, and they definitely got the crowd into it. They're having a good time, and they're energizing this team, and they're just making shots right now. But they started on the defensive end. Very first possession is steal, second possession is steal, third possession missed shot. And they've taken those possessions and turned them into points.
And we're only 3 minutes into the second half, so a long way to go. And the Hornets have put themselves in position to try to win this game, not just come back.
Yeah, this is a 2-point game. They're definitely in it now.
We still had a little bit, but it's all good. Hey, this is the turnovers coming up. Who we got that DSU wave coming up?
UMES with the ball at the timeout, looking to get something going offensively. Haven't scored yet, and they draw a foul, something they did very well in the first half.
And Elliott is getting great post position on every catch. He's just outside the restricted area.
Elliott to the line for 2 shots. Elliott misses the first. Elliott with 4 points, 6 rebounds in the first half alone. Elliott's second free throw is good. Hawks extend their lead to 3. Hawks come out in a little bit of a press here. And Waller throws it way over the head of our team. Definitely don't want that pass and that turnover.
Uncharacteristic of Waller, normally makes the right decision against a press, but that's what happens sometimes when you pick up your dribble in a press.
Copeland for three. It's good. Nothing but net. And now UMES looks out of that timeout there, found that stride offensively again. Lewis swings it over to our team. Our team drives baseline, draws the foul. Well, Dirk, our team pretty quiet in this game.
Pretty quiet so far, but he's not forcing the issue, and he's made some good passes.
Lewis drives in, gets it off to Morgan. We'll probably see a lot more DeAndre Haywood here in this second half. Hornets have any hopes of coming back. Haywood with the jab step, drives baseline, goes by his man into the lane, but just right on cue. Our team, Kavaka Lion with the deuce. Hornets trail by 4.
And great moves by Haywood just to get a way to get the layup to the rim.
Hornets in that zone still, a little unconventional. Rivera swings it over. Copeland made it 3 last trip, doesn't this time. Elliott looks like he took too many steps. They're going to call it travel.
And he's traveled a few times this game, Elliott has. The few times where he catches the ball outside the restricted area, it seems like he just always travels.
And the Hornets have already forced 3 turnovers in the first 3+ minutes of this second half.
A big reason why they kind of came back to life here in the second half. There's Copeland knocking down a 3 that made it a 6-point lead. But a good job by Haywood, jab step, and then hop step. Doesn't get it, but you have easy rebounding opportunities when you get the ball up close to the rim.
Very important that the Hornets do something to create easy opportunities on the offensive end. And them not selling for 3-point shots is definitely important.
Exactly, and it's something that both Hornets team, the men's and women's, do sometimes, is that they fall in love with the 3-point shot. When a team hits them with a zone, normally the easy way out is to take the 3.
Well, Dirk, only down 4. The Hornets haven't played a great game offensively, but I think they're making amends for that here early on in the second half.
They definitely are. The energy's better defensively. They've been a lot better at that side of the ball.
Make some noise for the DSU cheerleader.
Show some love for my baby who almost caught the t-shirt that fell in the chair. Shout out to him.
Hornets ball. And another turnover there by the Hornets as Waller couldn't hang on to it.
And they're simple passes. Those are turnovers that just cannot happen.
And that's the second Hornets turnover in the last possession. That trap of UMES trying to give them problems. Ball knocked away. It's going to be a scramble for it. And we got a we had a little problem there, but looks like everything's all good. Well, Dirk, very competitive game so far, as we said. Probably going to go down to the last few minutes. It's all about execution.
Execution-wise, defensively they have to be crisp with their rotations, what they've been so far. But they have to throw out different looks. They don't want to play 2-3, strictly 2-3 and get shot out of it. So you want to play different looks so they can't figure out, the Hawks can't figure out what to do against what type of defensive set the Hornets run.
Five minutes into the second half. Not much scoring from the Hawks, but the Hornets have cut their lead to 4. Copeland has it knocked away. Traffic line with the rebound.
The Hornets defense, I'm sorry for cutting you off. The Hornets defense just doing so good on the passing lanes, but there, Morgan doing a little too much dribbling.
Rivera steals it, but he can't finish. Andino gets it back, throws it up, no good. Gets the rebound out to Elliott. And the Hornets is being out hustled right now. Rivera had the ball knocked away from Haywood. And Haywood's ability is not just to score, ladies and gentlemen. He can defend. Let's see if he has anything to do with those defensive plays in the second half here.
Haywood with over 2 steals per game. Top 5 in the MEAC.
Rivera met by Morgan. Rivera splits through 3 Hornets. Gets over to Andino. Elliott rises, fires, no good. Taken up, missed by the Hawks there by Devin Martin, and Morgan will get it. Lewis drives, ball knocked away, it'll stay with the Hornets.
Check in for the Hawks, number 20, Dante Caldwell, 4, Devin Martin. And number 24, Rico Peck, number 21, Bakari Copeland.
Morgan on inbound. Top of the line, turns it over to Lewis. Haywood.
Haywood might have carried it a little bit, got away with it.
Lewis, ball strip. Peck, back the other way.
Joe Lewis having a bad couple possessions. He's 7 foot almost, 6'10". Had the ball, all he had to do was turn around and shoot it. Just doing a little bit too much thinking out there. Just needs to turn around and shoot the ball. He had a good look.
Peck will make the first. Peck makes both. Extends the Hawk lead, 42-36. And now they can set up in that press after a made basket. Haywood splits it, goes all the way. There's going to be a block call. So he'll get 2 free throws, Derek.
Good job by Haywood. Not the conventional way to break the press. He split the 2 double teamers and then alert enough to attack the basket after.
Haywood makes the first. So Todd Hughes will get his first action of the second half here. And Haywood makes the second. So the Hornets have only trailed by 4. And they come out with a press of their own here, Derek, and they'll probably get back to that zone if they break it. And Dino makes a 3 right back at you. Hawks lead 45-38.
He's a shooter that they have to keep an eye out on. He has, I think that's his 4th one of the game so far.
Morgan gets it over to Haywood. 13:25 remaining. Haywood drives in, draws a foul. And these fouls could help out the Hornets get the Hawks in the bonus and get some easy free throws.
And they can stay in front of Haywood when he decides to put the ball down and go to the basket. So that's something he can do more and get these guys into a bonus.
Hughes the inbound. Goes to Lewis. Haywood, corner 3. No good. Elliott, strong rebound, keeps it high. Gets it over to Mark. Salem and Caldwell just checked in with Andino, Elliott, and Peck. It's going to be another foul called.
Big time possession for the Hornets here. See if they can get a stop.
Hawks inbounded. Up 7, 12:45 remaining. And Dino comes to get the ball. The Hawks looking for something offensively here.
There's another travel.
Another travel, as you said. Turnover there by the Hornets. Excuse me, the Hornets forcing a turnover there. Morgan calling out the offensive set. Gets a screen from Waller as he directs. Drives inside. Met by Peck. Nowhere to go. Hughes gets it back from Waller. Haywood goes behind the back. Morgan pulls it. No good. Gets it back. Fresh 30. They'll reset the offense.
Big possession. The crowd is a little bit out of it. They just want something to cheer for. It's been a while since the Hornets have gotten a bucket.
Hornets, as you said, looking for something to get his crowd back in this game. Lewis swings it over to Morgan. Wide open 3. No good. Waller, another rebound. Gets it to Haywood. Haywood throws it up. It's good. DeAndre Haywood might have got fouled there too.
Good job by the Hornets just keeping that possession alive. Getting a couple of good offensive rebounds.
Hornets in a 2-3. Haywood comes out to meet Salem. Caldwell, corner 3. It's good. Right between the eyes. .10:52 remaining. Hornets trail 48-40. 8 on the clock for the Hornets. Got to get something going. Hughes, top of the key. Good, right at the free throw line. Good offense there by the Hornets.
Good possession, good ball movement in a half court.
Salem takes the screen from Peck. Elliott inside. He's met by Hughes. Sent away with a block. And a foul call. But Hughes not afraid to go up against a larger Elliott. And came away with a block.
Yeah, Hughes is a pretty good shot blocker for a person his size. Good anticipation and good weak side help. Unfortunately, a foul ends up being called anyway.
Well, Derek, they're only down by 5. I mean 6, excuse me, 48-42. Out of this timeout, Hornets going to have to keep it going offensively.
Yeah, they're going to have to start with probably inbounding the ball after the free throws, but the last couple possessions, the ball has been moving pretty well. They've been switching sides. They've been passing to the opposite side, and it's led to good looks like this one.
Well, Dirk, looking at the standings of the MEAC, what stands out to you is it's pretty crowded at the top.
It is, and Hampton are the defending champs. Even though they lost to Ron Powers because he transferred to Hofstra, they continue to just play well when they're the only team with a winning record outside of the conference. They're 14-9 altogether. And at the very bottom, you see the Hornets. That Florida two-step they had did them no favors that they lost both. And just trying to crawl out of the cellar with a win would bring them a little bit closer to Morgan State and Coppin State.
Down 6 with 10-16 remaining, plenty of time remaining.
All right, DSU, it's about 10 minutes remaining in the game. Down 6 points.
To the line for 2 shots, number 32, Dominic Elliott.
Elliott to the line for 2. Elliott with 5 points, 10 rebounds, working on a double-double, but this is the free throw. Misses both, much to the agreement of the Hornet crowd. The light of the Hornet crowd here. And Morgan will bring it out with 10 minutes remaining. Lewis drives on Elliott, goes up, draws the foul.
Good take there by Elliott. I'm sorry. Good take by Lewis against Elliott, drawing a foul.
Lewis definitely giving the Hornets good minutes here today.
And he can be a very good player. It's very unique to have a 6'10", 6'11" guy that can put the ball on the floor and shoot and have a couple of perimeter moves. But once he becomes aggressive and fill out the frame a little bit more, become a little bit more strong for the college game, he's going to be a very good player.
As you said, as he makes the first one, his ability to not only play big, but has that size to shoot and score over anybody. And as you said, with a little bit of time, he can only get better. As he misses the second free throw, the Hornets down only 5. Pass knocked away by Lewis. Giving over to Waller. He gets credit for the steal, but give Lewis an assist there. Waller gets over to Haywood. Haywood pulls it, knocks it down. 2-pointer, DeAndre Haywood. Hornets down 3. They're slowly chipping away, Derek.
Good job by Haywood. And when he's knocking a mid-range shot down, he's pretty much unguardable.
Hard screen there on Morgan. Leads to a 3-pointer, no good by Caldwell. Caldwell gets it back, goes up, and that's going to be a charge called. Great job by the Hornets there.
Who gets a charge call, though? Because Waller and Haywood both just built a wall in front of the offensive player and draws a charge. Terrific, terrific defensive play. Actually, they called it and one. They changed it. That's probably the worst call of the day.
Wow, can't believe that one.
It looked like one person called a charge. The referee that's closest to us called the foul.
Let's get a look at it here as we look at Haywood makes the 2. I don't see how that's not a charge.
That's a charge.
I don't see how that's not
a
charge.
We know Haywood is set, and we know Waller is set.
He ran over half of the Hornet team.
Yeah,
How could it not be a charge?
I don't get how that's. Referees make mistakes too.
Well, that's one of the worst calls I've ever seen broadcast. 51-45 is the score. Nine minutes left. Hornets going to have to get it going. Knocked away by Lewis. You see the size there. Up ahead to Haywood. Finger roll finish, DeAndre Haywood.
And Lewis in the middle of that zone has been very active. That's his second steal in the last couple possessions.
Caldwell fakes the pass, takes it himself. And it'll be Hornet basketball.
And a good job by the Hornets not allowing that call to affect them on the next couple possessions. They go and just force a steal and get a lay-in.
Racer will check in for Hughes, who gave some good minutes as well. And we'll get looks like a press coming out from the Hawks. And they come to trap Morgan. He beats it. Great pass inside to Waller. Foul called. He'll get 2 free throws, Derek.
And terrific pass. I don't know how he was able to get that to Waller from pretty much half court.
Talk about court vision. You want your quarterback or your offense, the point guard, to have it. He had it there. Waller's first free throw, good. If he makes this, the Hornets will only be down 2 points. As they're chipping away, as we said, Derek, with 8:28 remaining.
Checking in for the Hawks. Checking in for the Hawks, number 4, Kevin Martin, and for number 3, Mark Blackman.
Baller makes both. Hornets only down 2. And chance of defense from the Hornet crowd. UMES working the ball side to side. Elliott, great pass, but Peck can't handle the pressure. Turnover there. Hornets doing a good job this half, Derek, of forcing turnovers.
There you have. They've been very active. That one just Peck sped up a little bit too much. The game's a little closer now. Players start to make mistakes when the game gets this close.
Morgan, top of the key with 8 minutes remaining. Looking for something. Lewis will set a screen for him. He goes under it, drives in, Peck with the rebound. Actually knocks it away on a block, and we'll get a timeout here. Well, Dirk, only up by 2. As we said, this will be a close game.
Yep, and the Hornets have a chance to finally tie this game up. They've been behind for pretty much the last 20, 25 minutes, but they have a chance to tie it up here and just go through the final stretch with a chance to pull off the upset. And it's just, this is just such a bad call. But the Hornets responded and didn't let that play lead them to a run.
Well, Dirk, that charge call could have demoralized the Hornets' comeback effort, but it didn't. You got to give them credit for staying mentally tough.
Exactly. They just didn't care about it. They just kept playing, and they find themselves only down 2.
Well, down only 2, the Hornets can play a little less pressure basketball because they don't have to come back from such a large deficit. They still have a chance to definitely still be in this game and use the crowd to their advantage.
Yep, they don't have to do all the full court pressing, and they can play their normal defense. But you still want them to be aggressive. You don't want them to get lackadaisical, so you still want them to be aggressive in that zone that they'll play.
Haywood with 15 points to lead the way for the Hornets, getting it done today.
And they missed him when they went to Florida and he didn't play those last 2 games. It really hurt them. Having him back sparks this offense because he's pretty much a complete player on that side of the ball now that he's gotten better on the offensive side with his jumper.
And that pass is knocked away. Lewis gets it, 8 on the clock. Now the backcourt. Morgan, way downtown. Somewhere Steph Curry should be proud. What a three-pointer, and the crowd loves it. The Hornets take their first lead of the game, Dirk.
Huge shot by the freshman, and just left the form up to let everybody know he knew that shot was going in.
And the ball's thrown away. Another turnover by the Hawks. Hornet crowd going crazy, Dirk.
And Rivera's hurt. He's limping. This Hornet crowd is just erupted.
Morgan brought the crowd to his feet. Made that from about 30 plus NBA range and then some.
Huge possession for the Hornets. If they can just start to pull away a little bit.
7 minutes. Morgan will try it again. He's feeling it.
Oh, he's feeling it.
Got it. He's on fire, Dirk. UMES looking for something to get going here. Shot. Good. And Dino back the other way. And we'll get a timeout from the Hawks. Well, Dirk, we talked about this game being, teams know each other very well. It's going to be down to the finish. It's going to be close.
Yeah, the last time these two teams met, the score was 69-66 in UMES's favor. This game's always close, but Morgan just huge threes. Two huge
Haywood and
threes.
Morgan, your impact player.
Yeah, and it took him a while, but when he makes 1 3, everything just becomes better for him.
Well, the Hornets have come back to take the lead here, folks. Up by 1. Dirk, in this possession, after this timeout, what is Coach Walker going to talk to his team about?
Defensively, they still have to find Adino. He's been killing them for the threes, and they have to go over the top of the pick and rolls for that. They just have to do a better job of guarding him. But with Rivera out, you probably want to tell these guys to pressure whoever their freshman point guard is, whoever they put in.
Hornets up by 1 with 6:38 remaining here in the second half. Haywood to inbound. Press here from the Hawks. Full court, man-to-man press. Trying to force some turnovers. Haywood keeps his dribble. Might have been bumped. Haywood directing the offense here. Telling Morgan, get free, I got you. Haywood drives in. Great pass to Waller. Couldn't have drew it up any better out of a timeout, Dirk.
Beautiful play. They knew the press was coming, and Haywood and Coach Walker had the perfect play and the perfect answer for it.
This team was down by as much as 9. Elliott inside, bullies his way past Waller. Not to be outdone. Hawks only down 1.
And Haywood loves this matchup, going against the backup guard.
Haywood drives left. Waller, 3. It's good. Kevon Waller for 3. He's seeing triple, Dirk.
It seems like the Hornets just can't miss out of nowhere. Just after that Morgan three-point shot, the Hornets just caught fire.
And the Hornets now in a man-to-man defense, it looks like.
Another
Back wide
turnover.
open. Pass off. Turnover. Hornets. And now you'll see full court pressure from the Hawks. Little chess match here by both coaches.
And Rivera's back in after he kind of hurt his ankle a little bit.
So the Hornets will call a timeout. Derek, Hornets have come out energized. They could have went down. They were down 9. They could have just gave up, but they still played this game well.
Yeah, what was really huge was the first half is that they didn't give up when Haywood got in foul trouble. They kept it a single-digit lead or a single-digit deficit, and then when Morgan hit this three, everything just started going down. Morgan again, and then Waller in action. Elliott's trying his best. He's doing a good job, but then Waller again for three.
Well, Derek, Coach Walker's doing something right. What does he have to do here, sticking with this unit?
Just let them play. Just continue to run a pick and roll with Haywood because he's the person that can get penetration and get easy looks for everybody else. Just continue to work with him. Haywood just seems like he has everything going, whether it's him scoring or getting everybody else involved.
Well, we're ready to resume play here. Hornets lead 60-56. 5:12 remaining. Five minutes, Derek. We call that crunch time. It's do or die time for the Hornets.
To all the ladies in the building, make some noise, big ladies.
Morgan inbounds to Haywood. I think it's safe to say Haywood will touch the ball every possession from here on out.
He's made the right decisions. He's broken down each time they try to press. He's just pressed down with him by himself.
Haywood inside, tried to cuff it in, no good. Might have been bumped. Under 5 here. Hornets up 4 with 4:50 remaining in the second half. Elliott inside, met by Waller and Lewis, no good. Morgan fights for it. Elliott gets it back with a push-off. Got away with one there. Rivera gets it over to Martin. 4 on the clock. Three-pointers up. Three-pointers no good. Rebounded and goes out to the Hawks somehow. And they'll get a fresh 30 as Blackman with the hustle play just checked in the game. And a foul be called on the Hornets. And last thing you want to do is the Hornets get into the bonus.
The Hornets just kind of playing volleyball with the rebound. Somebody just needs to grab it. Too much tipping in the air there. They had the ball. It was 4 Hornets, no Hawk, but didn't get the
Andino
rebound.
will check in.
One more free throw will put the Hornets in a bonus, which is not a good thing for them, of course.
Pass inside to Elliott, and he had to mismatch there over Haywood.
Somebody has to push Elliott out the paint. He's just living it up in the paint right now. Somebody has to get him off the block.
Morgan made 2 big threes as we approach 4 minutes remaining. Waller's fouled.
Waller gets fouled, and he'll be able to go to the line.
And the Hawks are in a bonus, so Hornets will shoot free throws from here on out, Derek.
Yep. And they started off, because you spoke about it earlier, was how Haywood was putting the pressure on the team and forcing some fouls. And now they can live at the charity stripe with 4 minutes left.
Waller to the line. Makes the first, he'll get another one. Waller again, no good. Makes one of two. Hornets only lead by 3. So the Hawks can tie it if they make a 3-pointer of their own. And here it is, Andino, 3, no good. Wide open. Haywood has Morgan and Lewis. Steps through, lays it in. DeAndre Haywood takes out the do-it-yourself kit.
Terrific job avoiding the charge there. Finishing with a nice lay-in. They have to stop Elliott, though. Here comes the double.
Pass inside, knocked away, but it's going to be a foul call. Copeland will head to the line for 2 points.
I don't really like the double team with Elliott, though, especially that far out.
So we'll get a timeout with 3:31 remaining. Dirk, this game's going to come down to the wire, as we said. Hornets up 5. What do they have to do to keep the lead?
Well, one thing, Haywood just picked up his 4th foul. He cannot foul out. If he fouls out, the Hornets will really struggle on the offensive end without him. So he has to be careful not to pick up his 5th foul. But also, defensively, they have to find a way to get Elliott off the block. Lewis has to be strong there and has to fight him off. He did a good job on the last possession, but I wouldn't double team Elliott. I don't think that's the best strategy because they're aware of the double team and they have cutters cutting to the basket each time they see a double team come. So they have to play him straight up. They have to play Adino straight up. They have to chase him up the 3-point line. And if they can do those things, they can come away with a victory. Offensively, they figured out the Hawks' man-to-man defense. The high pick and roll with Lewis and Haywood have resulted into a lot of great looks. So it's something they can continue to build. But it's just going to come down to if they can stop Elliott on the defensive end.
Well, Dirk, we talked about the resiliency of this Hornet team, not folding when down or facing some adversity such as bad calls. It has to be a testament to Coach Walker as well.
It definitely has to be because Coach Walker, he's been through the tough times with these guys. He was here 2 years ago when pretty much the entire coaching staff was let go, and he was the only one remaining, and he coached the team to a pretty good record towards the end. And then the last season, of course, took this team to the MEAC championship game without Kendall Williams, who sprained his ankle. So he's been through adversity, and he's always made the right decisions. He's always pressed the right buttons. And just another example of it.
Corey Copeland heads to the line with 8 points of his own to go along with 4 rebounds. Chance to cut this Hornet lead to 3. Misses the first one. Makes the second. Cuts the lead to 4. Razor running the baseline as you can after a made basket. Gets to Haywood. Full court press. Hornets got to get across court. They do. Morgan drives right, hangs, knocked away. Blocked away, excuse me, by Martin.
Beautiful play by Martin.
And he gets it to Elliott, who's having a great game.
Elliott's been a force.
Now has a double-double with 11 points to go along with 11 rebounds there. And the Hornets nearly throw it away there. Haywood gets it back. He's trapped. They got advantage. They've got numbers. Razor thought about it.
I don't like that decision. They're not up by 10. They're up by 2. You have to get some points to win the game. Razor had an open layup, and he just brought the ball back out. If they break the press like that on 4-on-2, he has to take the shot.
5 on the clock. Haywood, they need this. He's got it. Haywood extends the Hornet lead to 5, and Dirk, that might be why he waited. He knew Haywood would come back as Hawks go back the other way. So 2 minutes remaining.
2 minutes remaining.
And Haywood's working on another play of the game now on him. Drives in. Fouls on the floor, but they'll get to the free throw line because they have the Hawks in the bonus.
they just have no answer. They don't know who to guard him with. They've tried Derek O'Peck. They've tried Rivera. They've tried Adino. And Haywood's got buckets on all of them.
Checking in for the Hawks. Number 0, Ryan Hill. Number 21, Picard Coach. To the line for 1 and 1, DeAndre Haywood.
Haywood to the line. 1-on-1 situation. Makes the first.
Haywood has just had a terrific second half. He had a good first half before he got fouled in trouble, and then the second half he just took over.
Haywood with 18 points. The Hornets up 4, 150. Game far from over though, Dirk. Hornets trapping. Martin met by 2 Hornets. Rivera gets it to Copeland. Copeland goes in, no foul. Elliott's just dominating down there. And with the slam dunk, Hawks only trail by 2, Dirk.
I'm surprised they haven't put a bigger body on him like Gasovic.
Or Onafada.
Yeah, or Onafada, or even Owens, who is just stronger. Lewis is a good player offensively, but he's just not strong enough to keep Elliott off the boards.
Hornets lead 67-65. Approaching 1 minute remaining. Razor inside. Draws the foul and 1. Dana Razor. Sharp as a razor on that play. And 1 opportunity. They needed that, Dirk.
And a huge bucket by Razor. He's been pretty quiet, but he comes up in a huge moment. Over top of Andino, the guy who made the diss track of the Hornets.
Razor to the line. Makes it, completes the 3-point play. Hornets break 70, Dirk. Not bad for a team that couldn't score early on.
Yeah, don't normally see the Hornets score this much. Martin got away with a travel.
Martin with a tough shot there. Under 1 minute remaining. Hornets up by 3. Got to do something here. And he was out of bounds, Waller was. No push.
It looked like he got pushed, but that's not the call.
So Hornets got to play defense, up by 3. The Hawks don't need a 3 right now, but they'll probably look for one because they have capable shooters. Chance of defense from the Hornet crowd. Martin drives, goes inside. Copeland, a foul called. He'll get 2 shots. Arms run straight up.
Lewis it wasn't completely straight up. And that's the reason why the foul was. He tried to get his arm straight up, but had him a little bit of an angle. Tough call.
Well, Copeland will head to the line. Copeland with 8 points in today's game. Makes the first. Cuts the Hornet lead to 2. Todd Hughes will come in for Razor. So, Dirk, 2 situations. If he makes it, what do you do as the Hornets? If he misses, what do you do as the Hornets?
I think either way, you're putting the ball in Haywood's hands and you're running pick and roll because he's just been very good at getting into the lane.
So he makes the second. Hornets up by 1. 36 seconds remaining, so they can't just run the clock out. And the Hornets are going to be met by a UMES full court press, man-to-man. Let's see how it finishes, guys. Buckle up the seatbelt. Morgan, met by Peck. And timeout there wisely by Coach Walker to draw something up.
I think Hughes should have got the ball up because nobody was guarding him. For some reason, Morgan asked for the ball back. Almost turned it over there, but a nice job getting to the sideline for the timeout. And here's a just beautiful Euro step by Haywood. It's just been Elliott versus Haywood pretty much the last couple of minutes. Just trading buckets. Huge air run by Razor on that possession.
Basketball game. So we got the old school crowd. Is it gonna be UMES? Or is it gonna be DSU? Say it with us. Down the west.
Hornets up by 1, Dirk. After this timeout, what are you drawing up?
The high pick and roll with Lewis has been pretty effective, having Waller in a short corner. And when Haywood gets past his man, they normally double off of Haywood's off of Waller's man, and Waller normally gets wide open.
Hornets stay inbound with a stack formation. Somebody will break free. It'll give it to Waller and try to do a nice give and go, but a foul's called. So looks like Waller will go back to the line.
And they were going to design a terrific play, a little give and go that would have had Haywood with an easy lay-in if the foul wasn't committed. Huge free throws.
We in church. Spear fingers. Get it going.
So the chance to extend the lead to 3. Waller makes the first. Hornets lead by 2, 71-69.
Let's give them anointing hands once again.
Waller's second free throw. Will mean a lot here. Makes the second one. 26 seconds remaining, plenty of time. Shot no good, but guess who's there? Elliott again, as he continues his great day.
They have to get a bigger body out there. Lewis just is not a defensive force down low, and the Hawks know that. They continue to attack them, and they continue to get good results.
We know the Hawks are going to foul here. You got to make your free throws, so let's see who Coach Walker brings in to make free throws. Up by 1 with 20 seconds remaining. Coach Walker, let's see what he has here for us, Dirk. What are you doing here if you're Coach Walker?
Pretty much the play, they just have to find a way to screen for each other and get the ball. They don't need to go for any buckets. They got to screen for each other, though, so they can get the ball passed in.
So it'll be the 5 in. Haywood ahead of the pack. He's wide open. He'll slam it home. And that might put an exclamation point. But the Hornets only still up 3, Dirk. With 13 seconds remaining, the Hawks are going to try to get that 3. Floater, no good. Ball knocked away.
No foul is called. Somehow no foul got called. The Hornets will escape with a win.
Hawks were looking for a foul. They didn't get it. And Dirk, if the Hornets can hold on to this win, what does this mean for them moving forward? I mean, big game still in the conference coming up.
It means they've beaten 2 very successful teams from last year in North Carolina Central, and also being able to get a win against University of Maryland Eastern Shore. But whoa, he has to make one of these. He has to make this free throw.
Has to make at least one.
If we don't make this, we need to foul him. If we don't make it, we need to foul him off
Let's see what happens if he misses this. Does the Hornets foul?
They don't need to foul.
Up by 4 with
Just
2
don't touch
seconds
him.
left. Hornets going to drive into victory lane with the win there. And they got some students on the court, but they can't do that.
He tried. He tried his best to storm the court, but that's not allowed here. Everybody gets off the court.
And the Hornets will win and drive into victory lane with a 75-71 thrilling comeback victory over the Hawks. Dirk, I'm going to get your analysis. Just give me your thoughts on how they came back and how they won this game. And that has to go to DeAndre Haywood, I'm sure, for play of the game.
Yeah, it has to be Haywood, but the biggest part of the game is when Morgan hit those 2 back-to-back threes. It really sparked the team. It gave them that final push to get over the top and get the lead. Huge shots were made by both Morgan and Haywood. That's a backcourt that has a lot of potential to grow in these next couple of years. And just huge shots all around by Haywood and Morgan.
Haywood, 24 points to finish the game. Elliott with 15 and 13 for UMES, but great job here. I mean, looking forward, Dirk. Great win, as you said, over 2 quality teams, North Carolina Central and the UMES Hawks. Moving forward, still some time before the tournament. This team has some bright spots with the young core.
Yeah, they've got some key wins, some big-time wins in the MEAC. It's just, can they be consistent? And can they win on the road? Both of the wins that we've talked about are home wins against UMES and against North Carolina Central. Can this young team start to win games on the road? Because that's what separates an okay team to a good team.
Big win for the Hornets. For Derek Slayton, I'm Byron Dixon. We'll be back next week for more Hornet basketball. Stay tuned for the WDSU-TV for all your Hornet sports coverage. To all the crew out there, great work today as usual. Once again, for Derek Slayton, my name is Byron Dixon. Thank you, and have a great night.